Okay, so for all of my 4C natural hair girlies, I got you. We're going to continue the hair talk. So today I kind of wanted to come to you guys and talk to you about collagen. So collagen, you need that supplement at the end of the day to support not only your hair, your skin, and your nails. Collagen is one of those things that I struggle with. So I have to hide it in my diet. So I'm going to talk to you about all the ways I kind of hide collagen here, there, and everywhere to make sure that I'm going to eat it every single day to support not only my hair regrowth, but maintaining my hair, as especially during the summer, as we're dealing with like the heat, the weather, all the things, the sun damage. Make sure you get in your collagen. So first things first is chicken feet. So I will say, everybody, well, I guess if you're new to this page, you might not know. I have a medium to large pit bull. Her name's Gianna. She loves chicken feet. So with that being said, I always have chicken feet on deck inside of my freezer, at least for my dog. So I clean these off with water, any kind of acid. I use vinegar, and I trim the nails. So for my dog, I dehydrate them completely raw for her. She loves these as a treat. But chicken feet also has a lot of natural collagen inside of them. So I also make my own bone broth. So I will either grab an extra pack of chicken feet, or I'll use half a pack, and I'll boil them down for like unseasoned. I will boil it down for about 2.5 hours, and I will use any kind of vegetable scraps that I have on hand. So celery, onions, carrot, whatever scraps I got, I put it in there, I boil it, I take everything out. Vegetable scraps I typically throw away. The chicken feet, I'll serve it to my dog throughout the week. But anyways, with that being said, what's left over in the pot is a very nice, nutrient dense homemade bone broth. So that I store in the fridge. If you store it in a container by itself, it should last 3 to 4 days before it goes bad. You can also put a preservative inside of there. I do. I know it's controversial. I do sometimes I don't, but I have citric acid in my house. So I put a tiny bit of citric acid as a preservative, so that way it lasts longer in my fridge. I will also say, I do not drink bone broth. You can drink bone broth. You can heat it up in the morning. You can season it. You can put lime juice in it. You can enjoy it however you want. I personally, no, I don't drink bone broth. So I hide it in my meals however I can. So I put it in all of my stews. I put it in my pasta sauces. I'll try to just make sure whatever I'm cooking, if there's any kind of sauce, I will put the bone broth in my sauce to make sure I'm getting my collagen. So that's how I do it to hide it in my food, but that's how I'll make sure that I'm getting my collagen. The second way, or I guess the next two ways, they're more obvious, but still kind of hiding it in my food, is I use Vital Proteins unflavored protein powder. I like this brand. I actually feel like for it to be unflavored, it actually doesn't have a flavor, if that makes any sense. But with that being said, I typically don't drink it the way that people recommend. So like, I don't put it in like my coffee, or I don't drink it like with water. I don't know. It just, it changes the texture a little bit, and I don't like it that way. So I need to put it in something where I can like hide it, and it won't change the flavor or the texture. So the number one way I actually like to use this is I like to put it in Jello, especially when I'm trying to lose weight and I need a healthy snack. Jello is my go-to. I make a big batch of Jello. I will eyeball it, and I will put in my collagen powder. And what I also like to hide inside of my Jello is fruit. So for summertime, I really like lychees. If I can't find lychees that are in season, I will use a canned pineapple. I would just drain the pineapple juice and just use the pineapple from there. But literally my go-to during the summer in terms of getting collagen into a food that I know, that I'm gonna eat all the time. The last way, which is what I'm going to do today, I typically have this around, I'm on my period right now, so I usually have this around PMS time or while I'm on my period, is I will have it in a smoothie. So right now, which I probably will do this in another video, I'm about to make a cherry and cacao, I guess, smoothie. So I like this because you cannot taste the collagen at all. So I'm gonna make mine with Greek yogurt. The Greek yogurt kind of changes the texture, so you can't really tell that it has collagen powder in it. I like this smoothie because it has magnesium, which is good for muscle relaxation, and it gives you like that chocolate flavor that you're kind of craving when it's that time of the month. And I don't know, it just goes well together. So anyways, that being said, that is my long-winded way of saying, make sure you get your collagen, however you want to get it. I highly recommend chicken feet, and I highly recommend getting a collagen powder of your choice. This one is my preference. This is the brand that I like. I buy it in bulk. I buy it at BJ's, but honestly, you can get any brand that you would like and go from there. Just make sure that you are getting it into your diet some way, some shape, some form, somehow.